Welcome to So'o Storytime. Today we're going to be reading a book called The Gift of the Great Buffalo. This book is written by Carol Lindstrom, who is Anishinaabe and Métis, and illustrated by Allie McKnight, who is a member of the Shoshone-Bannock tribe. I hope you enjoy this book today. Now let's get ready for story time.
I'm along, it's story time with So'o's tales in gentle rhyme. Books that dance and voices sing, adventures bloom on every wing. From distant lands to backyard fun, there's magic here for everyone. Gather round, let's take a look at the wonders in a book.
The Gift of the Great Buffalo. Pulling the buffalo ropes tighter, Rose snuggled closer to her Oshimayan, Delia. She couldn't sleep with all the excitement of this first night in camp. The howling wolves weren't making it any easier. She lay looking up at the stars and listening to the fiddle music in the distance. Rose could easily tell Pa's jigging from all the others. Even with the soothing music, she found it difficult to calm her mind. Twice a year, her family reunited with hundreds of other Métis families for the biannual buffalo hunt. Many hadn't seen each other in over 6 months. The grown-ups shared news while the young ones played games with cousins and friends. After all the families arrived, the men would gather to plan the hunt. It was well organized with strict laws that were enforced by the captains to ensure order and fairness. Rose was proud of her pa. This was his first buffalo hunt as one of the captains, and he was in command of 10 buffalo hunters. They would all set out tomorrow in search of the herds. Rose recalled Pa saying the arrival of the settlers and their iron horses had eliminated most of the buffalo. She said a prayer of gratitude to the buffalo for sharing their lives to provide food, shelter, and clothing for her people. She ended with a plea that this hunt would be better than the last. The morning of the hunt, Rose was up early helping Ma prepare for the day while Pa and the men readied themselves and their horses. Rose stuffed a braid of sweetgrass into Pa's bundle before he set off. She hoped he would be successful leading his men in the hunt. Once the Buffalo Scouts set off, Rose figured they would be back any minute with news of a herd ahead. After several days, Rose wasn't so sure. Pa and the other captains joined the Scouts to help track buffalo, but they didn't fare much better. I wish you would take me on the hunt with you, Pa. Rose helped Pa track rabbits and beaver. She was sure she could track buffalo. That's no place for you. Besides, Ma needs you more. That night, Rose overheard Ma and Pa talking by the fire. It's been over a week and still no buffalo. Pa sounded tired and worried. I feel the spirit of the Mushkode Bijiki around us, said Ma. It won't be long. Rose had never heard Pa so discouraged. She made her decision. Pa was up before the sun. Rose was up behind him. She was going to help scout buffalo. She rode across the rolling prairie for what seemed like miles. No sign of buffalo. Not a track. The sun was sinking lower in the sky. Rose grew worried about getting back to camp before dark. She couldn't turn back yet. She was so close. She could sense it. Rose slid from her horse and got down on the ground. She dug her hands into the dirt and spoke to the buffalo, as she'd seen her ma and Kokum do many times before they cleaned them, thanking the buffalo for the gift of their life. She felt the spirit of the buffalo around her. She knew if they saw her and her horse, they might stampede. Then there was no telling how far they might run. But how could she track them? As Rose pulled herself up, she caught sight of something out of the corner of her eye. She stood frozen in place. A snarling wolf was staring back at her from behind her saddle. Rose dropped to the ground. She chuckled when she realized it was just Pa's spare wolfskin that he used for hunting. It had always frightened her, especially when Pa teased her and Delia with it. Rose knew that a person on horseback would scare Buffalo more than a single wolf. She took a deep breath and slipped the skin over her head. As Rose tracked the buffalo, she began to think of herself as the wolf. She sniffed the dirt and the grasses as she growled, sensing Mushkode Bijiki were near. She heard the voice of the buffalo's spirit speak to her. We offer our lives for our relatives. Rose raced back to the camp to gather the men and lead them to the herd. It was a good hunting day. That night, Rose prepared a feast plate and offered it to the sacred fire to honor the buffalo's life. You helped me and Ma today by locating the buffalo, but you ignored my request to stay here, Pa said. Pa asked Rose to tan the hide, her least favorite task. But imagining the hide as warm clothing and moccasins for Oshimeyan made it easier. I wish you would take me on the hunt with you next time. I just might, Pa said. With the stars shining above, Rose snuggled under the pile of buffalo robes. Wolves howled in the distance. This time she didn't pull the covers tighter. The end. Thank you so much for reading The Gift of the Great Buffalo with me. I hope you enjoyed this story as much as I did, and I hope that you come back and check often as I read new stories each week. Have a beautiful day.